Okay, this is a video here just to explain to you again about scatter plots. I know I put up some videos for you, but maybe you're still not able to understand it. Just going back here to the example that's in the book on the idea of a scatter plot. A scatter plot, what does it do? It's plotting, it shows the relationship between two sets of numerical data, bivariate numerical data. Bivariate means two pieces of numerical data. One set of values is plotted on the x-axis, and that's the independent variable, and the other is plotted on the y-axis, which is the dependent variable. Now, if we look at the example here in the book, it shows a student carried out a survey on 15 students in her class to see whether or not there was any connection between the marks out of 10 each student got in a biology test and the number of pets each student owned. The data was recorded in the following table. Okay, so you see all that data. She plotted a graph with the number of pets on the x-axis, which I've just done a little bit of it here for you, and the marks that they got are on the y-axis. So how do you go about plotting this scatter graph? Okay, you look at the first entry here, which is the number of pets is 2 and the number of marks was 3. So I go back over here to 2, number of pets 2, number of marks 3, and I'll put an X or a dot. Next one, number of pets is 1 and the marks is 4. Number of pets 1, marks 4, put in an X. Number of pets 3, marks 7. Number of pets is 3 and the marks are 7. You can put dots or X's, it doesn't matter. Number of pets 4 and the marks were 6. So 4 pets and up to 6. Okay, so this is in general how you plot a scatter graph. Now I'm not putting it all in. I'm just going to go on to the example, the next example in the book, or the graph rather of this in the book. Now if you see here, this is it graphed in the book. So this is an example then of a scatter plot. To make the scatter plot, you need two sets of numerical data. One set is plotted on the x-axis, as we said, that's the independent variable. What do we mean by an independent variable? Well, the number of pets you own is independent of marks you might get in an exam. In other words, you either have 1 pet or 2 pets or 3 pets or no pets, right? So it's independent. And the other then is the marks you got depending on the number of pets you had. So the plot shows at a glance whether or not there's any relationship. That means a correlation between the two sets of data. In this case, the dots are all over the place. In other words, they're all spread out all over the place, right? They're all over the place. There's no pattern. So the dots are all over the place. There's clearly no correlation between the two sets of data because there's no shape to this pattern.